Hi, welcome back to the garden. Today is Thursday, March 3rd. 78 degrees, it's beautiful. Got to thinking about it. We are going to go ahead and put some carrots next to these peas, a little companion planting. What does Forrest Gump say? Go together like peas and carrots. And then we're going to lettuce plant. Come on, let's plant. I'll go over some of the questions I was asked this week. I went ahead and planted the peas right up here against the fence. And since I used the fork to pull the mulch back, we had quite a little space here. I'm just going to take and make just a very light little furrow. These were seeds we saved this year. So what looks like I'm planting a lot, some of this is just hay. I didn't clean them up real good. And we'll see what we get. I'm just a light little bit of soil on top so that there's good contact. The thing about carrots, if you use a burlap sack, if you use a board, we're going to go ahead and use hay for it this time. That holds the moisture in. They actually germinate better when it's cooler, so we'll see what we get. Lettuce plant in the organic garden while we got this beautiful late winter day. A young man asked me today something about potatoes. He'd planted his potatoes and they'd sprouted very nicely. The leaves were coming up. They got frosted and the frost took the leaves down to the mulch. He was wondering whether those potatoes would be okay or not. Potatoes are pretty resilient. You don't want to get them frosted down too many times, but if you lose the tops once, you should be just fine, as long as it doesn't freeze the potato itself. Now to prevent that, you can pile up some extra leaves or some hay or some straw or even wood chips. And if it looks like it's going to frost, just go ahead and pile that organic matter around the stems. It's almost like hilling. You don't even have to pull it back. They'll continue to grow right on through there. When I was laying this out, I went ahead and used this mini greenhouse. This way, if it does get cold, I can use this as a lean-to. I can drape some plastic over, and that lettuce will be protected just like the plants in the mini greenhouse. I also had questions on soil tests, tilling, and one person even showed me a picture of their garden and wanted to know what I would do to start. Wanted to know if I'd go ahead and burn it off. And I'm going to answer all of these questions the exact same way. Deep mulch. You can spend your money on a soil test, and that might tell you the potassium, the phosphorus, and the nitrogen in an average around your garden. That doesn't tell you anything about what's going to make your plants grow. You want to add some more nitrogen and get nice green leaves. The fruit, maybe not. If you're going to till, you're going to create a compaction layer, and then you're going to go anaerobic. That's not going to be good for your plants. You're also going to kill the life in the soil. So right again, I'm going to go back to deep mulch. What about burning off old grass? Now, if you've only had grass growing, you might want to put down a couple layers of cardboard and then organic matter. And that will definitely smother it out. There again, I'm going to go back to the organic matter. You plant the same way. You just pull that organic matter back. You will get to the cardboard, but it'll be really easy to get through because it'll be wet. You get down to soil and then plant like normal. Whether you're using seeds or whether you're using starts, once they get a little bigger, then you pull the mulch back. That's all you got to do. And as the cardboard and the organic matter feeds the life in the soil will create structure. The roots can go into that structure. The air can go into that structure. The water can go into that structure. The micropredators will eat the bacteria and fungus, and they will create soluble nutrients for the plant. The plant will create more sugars to attract more bacteria and fungus, and the web of life continues. So I'm going to go right back to organic matter. Add organic matter. You can go ahead and do the soil test. I wouldn't waste the money. You can go ahead and till. I'd sell your tiller. You could go ahead and burn off a patch and then put organic matter down, or you could use some cardboard, but it all comes back to the same thing. Use organic matter. The first year, it's going to be a little slow, but after that, the soil becomes richer and richer, more full of life, and your plants start growing better, and the food starts tasting so much better. And that's why we do it. You know, I stumbled upon this because I didn't want to weed anymore. But the benefits far outweigh the little bit of labor that I save. The food tastes great, and that's why we do it, because it tastes good. So until next time, thank you for stopping by the garden.
Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you.
Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.